I love a filming day. So we are going to be diving in, of course, full face of Arbonne products. We're just going to have a chit chat today. I've woken up feeling really good. I finished a fantastic TV series yesterday. I'm still a little bit pissed off about the ending, but we'll get into it. So for the last week, I have been watching a series called The Fall on Netflix, and you know, me and my partner really loved the first 2 seasons. It's gripping. If any of you haven't seen it, it's based in Belfast, and it's based on a serial killer who is he's a family man, and it's probably one of the most frustrating series I've ever watched in my life. I can't even explain it. So it's got Jamie Dornan from 50 Shades, and then also Gillian Anderson from Sex Education, which, you know what, the casting was amazing. The storyline was amazing. The ending... yeah, I have no words for it. You need to go and watch it. It is on. I'm just going to leave it for about 30 seconds while it just settles onto my face. So how has everyone actually been doing? I'm actually really interested to see kind of, you know, how you are keeping yourself positive in this lockdown. This one has been really different. It's been really hard. I think it's because the weather's a bit crap, and you know, it's been the 4th time round. I think I'm noticing that a lot of people are really getting affected by it. Of course, if you are one of those people and you do feel like you're struggling, then you just need to keep reminding yourself, you know, it will be over. It will be over at some point. I know it's hard not seeing family members, and I know it's difficult, not going to see your friends, or even if you're working from home and you miss going into a work environment. It will all get better. It's just a hard time right now, which is why, you know, I'm also grateful because my Arbonne girls are so positive. If, you know, one of us is having a really crappy day, you then get bombarded with voice notes being you are a bad bitch, you can do this. And it's true. And sometimes, you know, you need someone to tell you that, because your mind can be your own worst enemy. God, I'm rambling such shit. I love how well this foundation goes on. We'll do foundation lips. 2007 vibes. Did anyone actually used to do that? I don't think I did. Dream Matte Mousse, I think, was the thing back at school. I also like to just do my eyes a little bit. So I'm also using a rounded short bristle brush also, just because these kind of brushes, and also the flat brush like this, just gives it that really airbrushed look, like you would of a beauty blender. And I'm not using a beauty blender just because it takes too much time. I don't know if I've said this before, but this eye primer has honestly changed my life. I used to use the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, because I mean that was probably the best eye primer that I'd used up until Arbonne. And you know, this goes on really light. It's quite a light creamy formula, and it just glides on so well. So I'm just going to quickly grab my brush, and this just helps to kind of blend it all out. I also like to take it right up to the brow bone, just because and then acts like a concealer also to shape the brow, so I then know where I'm going to fit it in to make the shape that I want. So just light taps. And now I have all this makeup as well. I'm just praying for COVID to be over, because I need to get back doing makeup for people. I miss it so much. Oh, right. Okay, so that is on. I will quickly go and set them, and we'll be back. Okay, so my primer is set. I also have done my eyeliner off camera, because you guys know I cannot film that shit. It's too stressful. So to start, obviously, with our eyeshadow base. So in with the shade Marble. Now, I like this as a base just because it's a nice skin tone colour, and it just creates that real light base so that we can put in a really good transition shade And you can do this as rough as you want because, well, no one's going to see it anyway. Let's face it, I'm not going anywhere. On to a transition. I'm going to be using my Morphe Jeffree Star brush. This is one of my favourite brushes to do eyes with. It's just, oh, it's just so nice. Like the hairs are really good. It blends out really well. Oh my god, that looks so good. Okay, so this will be acting as our transition shade, like so. Ooh. Okay, so our creases are done. I'm going to leave the eyes for a little while now and finish off the face, and then we will finish the look when we do the inner corners of our eyes. Bronzer. So of course we are using Arbonne's bronzer again. So I like to use a kind of small brush like this just because it gives a lot more control over the product. Always remember to tap the excess off, and I just like to start dabbing it because that may make some people panic. But when I show you how easy to blend this stuff is, you will be like, oh my god. And I've also been using this every single day. I don't know if I mentioned before, but I have actually got rid of my Hoola bronzer, which was my go-to product. I actually kind of stopped contouring with contour powders when I found bronzers because I like that really tanned look. I don't like looking pale, so I hate being in lockdown because there's no sunbeds. And it just makes me look a little bit more just healthy. I don't like being pale at all. Anyone who knows me knows that. So can you see how well that's blended? So we're going to do the other side. Oh, love it. And then we will finish with the And then if you want to add a little bit more definition as well, if you pinch the bristles of any brush that you have and apply it this way, it then gives you more product. So when you're holding the brush here, you have a lot of control, but you're not getting all of the product on there. If you want to use everything, then you would just grab the bristles and tighten them and then go in. I've popped some white setting powder on the bottom, and I'll show you guys why in a second. So of course we are going to be, oh, that's smoky. So this is the Arbonne setting powder, which I love. It's so beautiful. The payoff, guys, is amazing, and it smells, oh, just so good. So I like to just tap it on really lightly. And a little goes such a long way with this powder. And I've noticed also, with some setting powders, it can wear off during the day. You know, it can make your skin look a little bit shiny, depending on, if you're going to work. I know that a lot of people, throughout the day, leave the house and their makeup looks amazing, and then when they leave work, it's not very good, because that is just your everyday wear. So whatever you're doing throughout the day, whether it's sitting in front of a screen, or you get hot at some point, or you go to the gym, it's it's all gonna have an effect. And that stuff, oh my god, does not budge all day. I don't look shiny anymore. I don't have that sweaty look, which I hate. That is probably one of the most annoying things about wearing makeup all day, is that I used to, have to top up with powder throughout the day and things like that. But with this, no way. You can literally just use it once a day, and that is it. Blush now. Of course, we're going to be using Arbonne's blush in the shade Blossom. So I'm just going to get my blush brush and just really lightly go over the cheekbones. Always try and use a light as well, because then you can see where the light is actually hitting. And I've actually been using this as opposed to a highlighter at the moment, because it just has that really natural, like, sheer glow. And it makes your skin look really light and just really healthy. I love it. What do you guys prefer? Like, do you guys normally wear a highlighter? Is that a blush your go-to? Do you like to do all three? I'm really interested to know, actually, because yeah, everyone's so different. It's so good. And a little bit on my nose. So now I need to try and sort these brows out. So I have recently sort of tidied them up a little bit, but you always get one favourite eyebrow, don't you? Like, this one's my favourite right now, but then I give it a couple of weeks and this one will be my favourite when this one's growing out. So just brush through. Okay. So with the lighter shade, I then just go into the front and just really lightly, just small pencil strokes to just give it that more of a square finish. Of course, you don't need to put too much pressure on the pencil either, because, well, we don't want to look like we've sharpied them on now, do we? It's not 2014 anymore, guys. To finish it, I'm going to go in with my tinted brow cream. So I like to take it from the middle of the brow and just brush through to the end. I'm going to need a mirror right now. So from the middle to the bottom. Oh, that looks so good. And as well, like, this acts like such a good brow setter, so your brows will literally not move throughout the day. And it comes in 3 different shades, which is always good. I always like to buy my brow products as well a little bit darker, because I do have really dark hair, and it just makes them look more there, just makes it match a little bit better. To finish the eyes, I'm going to go back in with my eye primer. So the reason why I'm using this as kind of a cut crease canvas is because I own a cut crease canvas from Revolution, and it is shit. Like, I can't even explain to you guys. Like, I used to love them when I was younger, Revolution, and you used to think, oh my god, their products are so great, like, because they're about a tenner. And then the more that you experiment with makeup and the more brands that you use, I realised that actually they're no, so we don't use them anymore. So I just like to pop it in the inner corner, not all the way like round, just a little bit here, and then we will wait for them to dry and apply the colour. Dried now, and I've just put a tiny little bit of setting powder on there so that it doesn't budge. So I'll go in with the shade Opal. As you can tell, this is my favourite colour. I absolutely love it. And when you're packing on a shade like this, I used to use brushes until I tried it with my finger. Oh, yeah, I mean, that's impressive. So I just like to take my finger and just tap it onto the lid. And you can really layer it up as well, which is so good. So I'm just going to absolutely cover it. Then I will take a brush, just like a normal crease brush, and we're just going to go into the creases and we're going to blend it all together so that it looks like we're transitioning from that dark shade into this really light, beautiful gold. That is done. I'm going to go in with my Arbonne Speak Volumes mascara. So, can we just take a moment as well? Look how amazing that applicator is. Oh, I'm in love with it. So, and with this as well, a little goes such a long way. The best thing is as well, actually, is obviously I don't curl my eyelashes before applying mascara, because I get them lifted like every 6 weeks. It used to be 4 weeks, but now because I've done it so frequently, my lashes just stay longer for longer. I'm gauging that like this is not my favourite angle. I'm just going to adjust for a minute. Oh, they just look so thick and fluffy. Lips, I am a sucker for always doing a nude lip, and I really want to, but I'm not today. Okay, we're going to do something different. So I don't have any red shades from Arbonne as of yet. Pending. But we are going to be going in with NYX, the shade Amsterdam. This is their soft matte lip cream, and oh my god, it's so good. So to start with, I'm going to just take my lip liner from MAC, and this is from Ruby Woo. So obviously, because I like to have my lips a little bit bigger, I like to just overline ever so lightly. Also, a good thing when lockdown's over, I won't have to overline them anymore. Bonnie, if you're watching this, miss ya. Okay. It's so much pressure doing this on camera. Wanted to create more of a pouty look. You can always cross there, and then you can also just lightly colour in the inner corners. That sounded really weird. The inner corners, just then create that more pout effect. And in we go. This goes on so easily. And we'll wait for that to dry. This is our final look. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like, I don't think you guys understand how much the support and positive feedback means. I absolutely love doing this. I love, you know, advising on skincare, makeup, doing makeup, and just hearing all of your lovely responses has been so amazing, and I'm so grateful for all of you.